Okay, hey, what's going on, everybody? You already know who it is. It's your favorite internet sweaty, your boy, Mikey Savage 21. And today, I'm going to be doing another image breakdown for the movie Cult of Chucky. We had some new stills that got a little bit leaked online, and then we have one photo that was actually put out by the actual studio. But yeah, let's jump right into it, guys, because I also have another little special announcement that's going to be attached with this as well. Okay. So the first image that you guys are going to see here on the screen is a picture of the lady. I have not looked up her name yet, but you can see she's holding the Chucky doll, and she's holding it very affectionately. From what we saw in the trailer, maybe she lost a child or killed a child or something like that, or maybe she's unable to have children, and so she treats Chucky like it's her child, basically. So she's holding him in a very motherly somewhat pose. And then you see another nurse approaching her here. Nothing too special about that. The next still image you guys see right here is a pic of Nika, and she looks like she's strapped down to a bed, and she's having some kind of hallucination or some kind of dream sequence, maybe. Maybe they're giving her electroshock therapy. Maybe at some point during the film, Chucky straps her to it, or maybe the doctor straps her to it, or maybe even Jennifer Tilly's character, Tiffany, straps her to this, basically. But it looks like she's been strapped to this bed and she's having a freak out session. Alright, next, it looks like she's just sitting in the chair looking through the window, and now we have the look from the back. It looks like the guy who's basically walking down the hallway with her before. We're getting a good look somewhat of him from the back. It seems like maybe he's going to try to befriend Nika. Maybe he's going to actually be the one to help her and Andy ultimately take Chucky down towards the end of the film. Alright, then we have Nika again. This looks like a continuation of the last one that we saw. Maybe this looks like she's looking through the window at that scene with the guy, and maybe now that's the scene where she's holding a doll, but the lady is walking through the snow and she's holding a doll, but she doesn't know that Chucky's alive, and he takes his middle finger and basically flicks her off. So it looks like that's just a continuation from that scene. Alright, the next we have again is the aforementioned lady. She's tucking Chucky into bed like a mother would, you know, tucking your child into bed and everything. Nothing much to say about that. Again, I'm wondering, maybe she lost a child, maybe she accidentally killed somebody's child, or maybe her own child, or maybe what happened here, she's unable to have kids, and so she's just coping with not being able to have kids. Right here we have looks like someone doing a character drawing of Chucky. Maybe, I can't tell who this quite is. It's someone in a white outfit, so obviously I'm gonna guess they're inside the asylum. Looks kind of cool though, good drawing. Alright, here we again have Nika strapped to the bed once again. This looks like this might be a continuous shot. She's wearing the same gray shirt. I'm guessing she's going to stay in that for the duration of this movie, maybe. We don't know how many days are going to pass by in this asylum. This might take place over one night or multiple nights. But this could be a continuation from the last photo we saw, where she was ultimately strapped before to the bed, and she has these things on her, and it look like they're maybe giving her electroshock therapy. This might happen right after she spots Chucky and she goes on a rant again about it. Alright, the next photo we have here is Nika. She's sitting here, she's pondering, she's wondering, and we see one of the male nurse attendants right behind her with his back turned, but it looks like maybe she's sitting in the lobby pondering. This might be her first meeting upon Andy. Maybe Andy is coming to visit her and kind of share what he knows about Chucky and everything, and how to ultimately stop him. Okay, yeah, this next picture we see right here, this looks like her going down the corridor. It looks straight like it's ripped from the trailer, basically. We have her walking to her friend. Again, we have no name on him yet, or at least I don't. I'll look up his name, kind of see. Then you have a black male nurse behind them walking far away. Looks like she's in a hurry, so looks like maybe this could be a scene where she's going to the front lobby, maybe to talk with Andy, or maybe this is after she's talked with Andy. We're not sure at what point during the film she's going to talk with Andy, but we do know at some point they are going to ultimately talk. Alright, so our next still here basically looks like an image off of what we saw last time. This time Chucky is looking up. He's still holding the compressed air. We can't really see what his hand looks like. I mean, one of you suggested down in the comment section below, and I don't know your name off the top of my head, but I'm going to try to grab a screen of it, or at least put your name in the video. You had the suggestion that maybe Chucky's hand caught on fire. Maybe someone caught his hand on fire, and that's why his hand ultimately looks like that. That could be what happens to melted plastic, because usually when you melt plastic, it does kind of drip down like that. So maybe at some point somebody tried to set Chucky on fire. But this looks like that scene where he was trying to get at the Asian lady. She was strapped to the bed and he had the compressed air. I'm looking over her. Maybe he injects the compressed air into her and she floats into the air or something like that, or her guts explode and they're up on the ceiling and he's admiring his work and he's looking up at the ceiling. I don't know. He could do a multitude of things with that compressed air, so I wouldn't want to be her. Alright, and speaking of the aforementioned Asian looking lady, we have here where she is being restrained by one of the male nurse attendants, or one of the male people there, or attendees I should say, and you have the doctor. He's grabbing Chucky away. It looks like she might be trying to either grab for Chucky. Maybe she grew close to the doll in some way and she's fighting for the doll back, or maybe she's trying to fight to get away from the doll. When we go to the next image, it looks like she's trying to kick the, either kick away or kick the doll. So maybe she's having a breakdown and says that the doll's alive, the doll's alive, the doll's alive, blah, 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 all that good stuff. So that's why they ultimately strap her down. And then, of course, Chucky is like, oh, so you know I'm alive now. I can't have you spilling the beans on what I got going on and what Tiffany and I are cooking up here. So that's when he goes to her room with the aforementioned compressed air that we saw. Again, this is speculation. Again, I think that's what's ultimately going to play out here. She's trying to tell them, listen to me, that doll is evil. You need to get rid of the doll. Obviously, I believe the doctor's in on this. I'm not sure if the employees are in on the whole aspect of Chucky being alive, but I do believe the doctor possibly knows that Chucky is alive. It's hard to say. There's a scene where Chucky in the trailer, again, takes something to bust him over the head. If Chucky knows the doctor is... If the doctor knows that Chucky is alive, then I don't know. Then why would he be so shocked when he saw the doll? Maybe again, Tiffany again has worked her way into this facility, works here ultimately as an employee, and brought the doll in as a suggestion to the doctor. But the doctor is completely unaware of what's going on. He might just be a stupid doctor who apparently just thinks that therapeutic is facing what scares you most, and in certain cases it is. But if you have someone claiming that a killer doll is going around killing people, then you would think, okay, maybe I need to listen to what they're saying and not bring the doll in. I don't know. All right, next scene we have it looks like this will take place over maybe a couple of days, because now we have Nika in a different outfit, or at least she's wearing different pants. She's still wearing a gray long sleeve top from what we see in other stills, but she's talking with the doctor. This looks like, again, a scene of possibly maybe her telling her, hey, you know, Chucky is real, you know, I'm starting to remember things, and the doctor's telling her, oh, you're just hallucinating, that this all is just a dream, all that good stuff, yada, yada, yada. And it's hard to see, but I'm zooming into the image here, and I believe I see the someone holding the doll. I believe that's Chucky walking away. Someone has holding Chucky over her shoulder. It could be the lady who treats Chucky like that's her child, possibly. She's walking away, and maybe she's trying to warn the lady, hey, you need to be careful with the doll. And then the doctor steps in and is like, are you trying to start up mess? And then this might ultimately lead to the first photo that we looked at, where they have her strapped up and they're giving her electroshock therapy. Seems like these photos might be connected together somehow. Alright, and the last photo we have is a photo that actually came out, was released by the press. It looks like we have some lady here. Doesn't look like she's necessarily an employee. Maybe she is an employee here. But it looks like Chucky is about to take her out. He's got himself a little knife scalpel thing, and he's looking up at her, but she doesn't obviously see him, so it looks like he's maybe about to cut her down. But she's a very tall lady, though. I don't know exactly who she is. I see a white top, so maybe she is an employee here, but she has a coat on, which suggests she came from the outside. So I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but I do know it looks like Chucky's about to murder her ultimately. All right, and so that is it for the basically the image breakdowns. Now the news that I was telling you guys about. Okay, so basically, you know how AMC has their Fear Fest every year where they run it through October 23rd through the 31st, and they play like some of the greatest horror movies that we've ever seen, some of the original classics, and then they also play some up-to-date things as well. Well, apparently, this year, not only will the marathon serve to count down to season 8's premiere of the 100th episode of The Walking Dead, but it's also going to feature both Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky. And from what I'm looking at here, some of the movies that they're going to be playing, we have Halloween, the original 78 version. We have Halloween 4, 5, and 6. They usually play those. We have Halloween 2, which is the Rob Zombie remake sequel, which was awful. We have Halloween H2O, Nightmare on Elm Street, the 2010 version. Freddy vs. Jason, Friday the 13th. Jason Goes to Hell. We have Jason X, Wes Craven's New Nightmare. And then, of course, we have Child's Play. No mention of Child's Play 1, 2, or 3, or Bride, or Seed, which I've only seen them play Seed a few times on there. But again, we have Child's Play, the original. Then we have Curse of Chucky. And then apparently they're going to be playing Cult of Chucky. So if you're unable to buy the Blu-ray DVD when it comes out October the 3rd over here in the States, then you'll ultimately get to watch it for free a few weeks later on AMC. Ultimately, it's going to be cut down. There are going to be certain things they can't show in here. But, hey, either way, it's still kind of cool, though. Okay, and then also, let's see, they got Annabelle, Thinner, Dreamcatcher, Dawn of the Dead, the remake, Land of the Dead. We got House of the Dead versus 1 and 2, House on the Haunted Hill, the 99 version. Return to the House on Haunted Hill, House of Wax, the 05 remake with Paris Hilton. And with the guy from Cousin Skeeter, I don't remember his name, but I remember he was in the show Cousin Skeeter. Hellbound, Hellraiser 2, Army of Darkness, Van Helsing. I'm guessing that's the one with Hugh Jackman. Late Plastic, Slither, and the Leprechaun franchise. But yeah, so it looks like we're going to get to see Cult of Chucky. Again, if you're unable to purchase the Blu-ray DVD, or if you just kind of want to check it out before you buy it, you'll get a chance to check it out somewhere between the October 23rd and the 31st. They don't say exactly which day or if this is the exact order of which they're going to be showing these movies. It's just a list of some of the potential movies that they're going to be playing, because there's ultimately going to be more movies than this on the list. But hopefully they'll be playing Child's Play 1, 2, and 3, and Bride. For nostalgic purposes, maybe you could play Seed. Maybe you could start the marathon maybe early in the morning. Start with Child's Play 1. Go through the original Child's Play series. Then you can do Bride towards the evening time. Then follow up with Seed. Then Curse. And then ultimately premiere Cult of Chucky later on that night. That's how I think they should do it. But I don't know if they plan to play Seed or Bride or Child's Play 2 or 3 on this list, because it's not listed, but again, the list could be more. This is just a potential list of some of the movies that they have put out. But alright guys, in terms of news, that's all I have for you all. Again, I'm excited for Cult of Chucky. You guys know I'm a big Chucky fan, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen in this movie. Again, we're a few weeks away from it releasing, and I am so excited and cannot wait to see it. Again, as soon as I buy the Blu-ray DVD, I definitely will be doing a review on it as well. And I might even try to, if I have an opportunity, to go back and look at some of the old movies as well and do a review on those. Probably start with Curse of Chucky and just kind of work my way backwards maybe. I might do just like one big massive review of all of them all together. Like go through the original Child's Play franchise, then do Bride and Seed together, and then do Curse by itself, and then ultimately do Cult by itself. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section below what you would like to see. But thank you as always for checking out this video. As always, make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you tap the bell so you can be notified every time a video comes out. Please make sure you also like this video. Also, share it with a friend, especially if they're horror movie sweaty or a big Chucky fan. Make sure that they know what's going on and tell them to subscribe to the channel as well, because I give them all the latest horror movie news in terms of Chucky and other projects as well. Thank you as always, and remember, as I always say, to become a savage, stay a savage, and peace out, y'all. Later.